Lonely Island, the Wack Album. It's time for an album review right here on Album Review TV. And the Wack Album is the first album released by the trio without the support of SNL, I guess. The first single, YOLO, was featured as an SNL digital short, but only as a guest appearance. It features Adam Levine and, of course, Kendrick Lamar. And I have to say, this first single actually was still very successful and was very well done. I actually got excited. I was like, when are they going to be putting out a new album? Because they seem to follow a trend of putting out an album every 2 years or so in the spring. And that's the case here once again. 2009, we got Incredibad. 2011, Turtleneck and Chain. 2013 is the Wack Album. And I have to say that it does live up to its name, but it's not always a good thing. It's very out there and just childish at times, and very just like weird humor and funny, and really funny in some places, but it's kind of hit and miss for me. You've got songs that make me laugh out loud, like Hugs featuring Pharrell Williams, Diaper Money, which is just a really, to me, it's a really funny play on, like, you know, modern day life, or just living life day to day, and just talking about like the grave plots, the wife pussy, and of course the diaper money. And I like each of their verses on that one. I really like the production throughout this record as well. It sounds like it's been updated once again. They always seem to stay with the times. Go Kindergarten, Hugs, Semicolon, all have these, like, you know, very modern influence beats and sounds. Go Kindergarten is very electronically tinged, and I love the background of that song, and that one has actually grown on me a lot as a song, but still not one of my overall favorites or anything like that. Semicolon I find to be really funny. That one also kind of grew on me. They take a lot of these like school type influence things, like Spell It Out, Semicolon, Go Kindergarten. I just noticed that theme popping up a few times here on this record. And then you've got your crazy like off the wall songs like the previously recorded Three-Way featuring Justin Timberlake and Lady Gaga, which is another one of those ones that just will make you laugh out loud, as well as I Fucked My Aunt featuring T-Pain. That one right there, just, it almost had me in tears laughing the first time I heard it. Some people were saying, oh, this isn't funny. It's the Wack Album. What do you expect from the Lonely Island? They're singing about, like, you know, oh, it's a nice summer day and it always makes me think of this, something totally unrelated, and then they just kind of drop the bomb. Oh, by the way, I fucked my aunt. And then, of course, the last one, which is the funniest one to me, is where Andy, I believe it's Andy's verse, and he's talking about how his aunt gave him an ant farm and how funny that is, and then he's like, oh, but then I whipped out my dick and crushed the ant with it, and he's like, damn, I fucked my aunt, and I fucked my aunt. These guys are in their like mid-30s now, and the fact that they're still doing songs like this and just having a good time, yes, they're immature, but at the same time it's also really funny, some of the stuff they come up with. Now, some of these songs just were complete misfires in my opinion. Songs like I Don't Give a Honk, and of course one that I was truly disappointed in, I Run New York featuring Billy Joe Armstrong of Green Day. It didn't really, I don't know, it didn't really do anything for me, and it didn't seem that funny. And I get it, they're making fun of rappers that like everybody's talking about, oh yeah, I run the city or whatever, and it's a parody of that, but at the same time it really didn't make me laugh that much. YOLO I find to be very funny, the lead single from this record, because it's kind of a play on, like, it's making fun of people, but it's not too obvious to the point where like, ah, wait, he's making fun of me, I shouldn't be listening to this. It's more like, haha, you're an idiot, but we're going to tell you through some more complex wordplays. And one of the funniest parts of that song to me is just 2 words about furniture: killing machines. Spell It Out, if you actually spell it out, I'm going to read it to you right now. Dude that has sex with pigs for money, but only as a side thing right now. I'm just short on cash and have irons in the fire, but in this economy it'll have to do. My name is Lenny. The whole time you're just kind of listening to it and you're trying to put it all together in your head, what Andy's sitting there trying to spell out to you. That's what it is. The interludes on this album, like I'm a Hustler and Where Brooklyn At, I didn't find as funny as some of the past ones. Like on Turtleneck and Chain, I love the My Mic interlude. My mic sounds nice, check one. Spring Break Anthem is another one of those ones that really makes me laugh, and especially if you watch the video that goes along with it. Some of these songs, they do need the visual aid. I think Spell It Out is funnier with the visual aid. YOLO is another one of those. I fucked my aunt. I'd really like to see a music video for that one. But with Spring Break Anthem, I think it's like it's speaking about like all these crazy things, that you're doing on spring break. You're crushing pussy, you're getting women, you're just partying, beer bongs, yeah, we're getting fucked up. But at the same time, they're talking about like they're dropping in marry a man here and there. And the thing is, what I think is that they're throwing it in there to say like, look at how normal this is, like two people getting married because they're in love, compared to, I don't know, like you just going crazy and destroying things down in Daytona for spring break. If you think about it, I think that's what they're doing here with this song, and I actually think it's really funny. Hugs featuring Pharrell Williams, Jesus Christ, that song is too much. I don't know what it is about it that really gets me, but it's just the fact that they're talking about hugs almost like it's sex or whatever. It starts off with this phone call from a girl, and she's talking about like, oh, you gave me that hug last night, and he's like, trick, that doesn't mean anything. And they get into the song, and he's like, hugged her, and then I hugged her friend like it was nothing, and all this other stuff. It's just one of those ones that really makes me laugh, and it feels like classic Lonely Island to me. You've Got the Look featuring Hugh Jackman and Kristen Wiig is actually pretty funny. It's talking about like a girl rocking it like with one boob out, hanging out, and the whole song is just kind of talking about that. And then Kristen Wiig comes in and she's like, how come guys like never have, like no one ever gets to sing about guys with their stuff hanging out? And he's like, oh, well, how would you do that? And she starts singing about like someone coming in with a ball hanging out, and they're like, whoa, 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 oh my god, that's disgusting. It actually turned out pretty funny, honestly. And I think some of these songs are pretty clever, but at the same time, a lot of them are just, well, they're just whack. Meet the Crew to me seems a little bit too similar to John Lajoie's WTF Collective 2, etc. Stuff like that. It's kind of like bouncing between different rappers and like fake pseudonames and that sort of thing. And it's funny at times. At the same time, I've also enjoyed WTF Collective so much that I don't want to see John Lajoie get ripped off. The Compliments is another one of those, though, that really makes me laugh, featuring Too Short. They're just sitting there going over the top, complimenting each other. It kind of reminds me of No Homo, but at the same time, it's still really funny. And then, of course, you've got the sequel song to We Like Sports and We'll Kill You. And this is the next one, and it's called We Need Love. And basically, I feel like the guy number one and guy number two are growing up a little bit, and now they no longer want meaningless sex. They need love. And they're still making fun of poor old Steve, who's portrayed by Andy Samberg. Poor Steve. Perfect Saturday was one that was a complete misfire for me. I didn't really laugh at that song at all. Yeah, okay, I get it. You're still embracing fart jokes, as they clearly call you out on at the end of it. They're just like, yeah, we're still fucking doing fart jokes and all this shit, you motherfucker, and all this stuff. I'm like, whoa, okay. Didn't really find that song funny at all. So overall, it's hit and miss. The first two albums for me, I would definitely give a 4 out of 5 to both of those, but this one is shaping up to be more of a 3 out of 5 from me. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments section down below. I think there's songs on here that are very entertaining and funny, but not as many lasting ones. Like Jizz in My Pants, I'm on a Boat, Who Said We're Whack, and even the title track Incredibad off of that album are all ones that still stick around. Even more like Dick in a Box. There's so many off of that record. And then on the next album, Turtleneck and Chain, you've got the title track. Of course, Jack Sparrow with Michael Bolton, and of course, I Just Had Sex, they're huge hits. So there's just not as many songs that really stand out on this record. That's why I'm standing by my 3 out of 5 rating. So I'd love to hear what you guys thought of the record in the comment section down below. Let me know what I should review next, and of course, subscribe. I will see you guys very soon. Thank you for watching.